So I think you all know, just like the rest of the internet is literally blowing up right now, about the Canon R5 and the ridiculous 8K. Like, it is insane. My mind is actually blown that I'm even saying that Canon, of all camera companies, is the one giving us 8K raw video in a mirrorless camera. Like, in one hand, my mind is like in disbelief, and then the other, I'm like super excited, because now all those Sony shooters trying to tell me that their A7 III is better than all the Canons, even though they only shoot in HD all the time and they don't even use 4K, but they cite 4K as the reason why it's better. That's another thing. And those poor Blackmagic people with 6K now that we're in 8K, it's like 6K's old. Who needs 6K? I've got 8K. That's literally the internet right now.
I've got 8K. Oh, 8K. Who's got 8K? Canon's got 8K.
With all that to the side and personal Canon club, Sony club, who knows, the camera's not out, but I've done a little digging. I've done a little investigation, and I have the truth of owning an R5, and I think if my calculations are correct, you're gonna need a lot of hard drives. But just imagine this for a second. You order your R5. You're waiting weeks for the postman to come. He delivers it. You get the beautiful package. You get the package. You take a photo of you opening the box just to flex on all your friends that you're the first one to get the R5 out of all of them, and say something like 4K, more like 8K. I don't know what you're gonna say. You can flex however you want to flex on Instagram. Each their own. You've got an R5. You then get so pumped. You grab your new CF Express card. You boop, pop that bad boy in the camera. You go to hit record. You go to film a very video like this, but in 8K. Why? Because you want to get so close. You want those options. You feel, I want to upload in 4K, but be able to crop in. And then you record, and then you realize none of it was recorded, because you realize your 64 gig memory card, brand new CF Express card that you just put in, is already full after 3 whole minutes in filming in 8K RAW. If you love shooting in 8K RAW, you better also love purchasing hard drives, because that's what you're gonna need to edit in 8K RAW. Now, I'm not saying it's an impractical codec to film in, I'm just saying it's a very big codec to film in. The 1DX Mark III films full frame, 5.5K RAW in, get this, 15 gig a minute, which is pretty huge. And then if we just took that 5.5K sensor RAW and went and said it filmed 8K, then taking the specs and all the output that it does for 5.5, you're looking at about 20 gigs every minute to film 8K. That is some juicy file sizes. And I feel like not many people are touching on this when they talk about 8K RAW. Everyone's pumped on it, everyone's psyched about it. But 20 gig every minute? This video alone would be 100 gig for this little YouTube video. Do you guys remember, you might be too young, but I personally remember when I was pumped, when everyone was like, does your camera shoot 50 frames or 60 frames in full HD? That was a big deal. Those were good times, simpler times really, simpler times. I miss them sometimes, but now we're talking about 8K RAW video, which I don't even know if our computers can handle it. All I've seen on the internet of people editing with 1DX Mark III RAW footage is it's clunky, it's slow, it's painful. So who knows what's gonna happen there, but I've already bought my first hard drive, ready to go. I'm ready to film probably 2 videos on that thing, and then that'll be full in 8K RAW. So I'm ready. I've said so many things about cameras before and file sizes. I quote me, not buying a C200 because file sizes are too big. Then when I did the math and realized how much storage I would need to be shooting in C200 4K RAW, was a no. And yet then I went and bought a C200 really soon after I had those thought opinions. So you know what? File sizes are file sizes. They're gonna be huge. If you want the quality, you're gonna have to do that until they figure something out. But it's 2020. We got 8K RAW video around the corner. So let me know if you're also keen to buy your weight in hard drives and shoot more in 8K RAW.